Hi Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Southern California, and today is Monday, April the 21st, 2025, and we have just passed Easter, and we are on our way to summer. Southern California has a gorgeous day today. We're enjoying the sunshine and breeze and not too warm, maybe 72, and I, as always, get to sit and look out at the beauty from my craft room, so I'm just really enjoying the day. Today I'm going to be showing you a pop and twist card. Now this card is not a new card to you. A lot of you have seen the pop and twist card and probably a lot of you have made it. I have figured out what I think is the easiest way to make it, and I've also made it in, I have three more current DSPs in addition to the sunflowers, and then also one that is not current, but you might recognize some of the butterflies. So let me go ahead and make this card, and then I'll show you the 4 other ones at the end of the video. So when you open it up, it has a mechanism that opens, and then you have your presentation piece. And I am going to make this one right now with a little bit different colors, so I don't even know quite how it's going to turn out. We shall see what we shall see. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so the base, this is a pop and twist card, and the base is going to be 11 by 4 1/4, and we are going to score it 4 1/2. So that is really nothing new. It's just we're changing the direction of maybe what we do sometimes to make cards. So we're scoring at 5 1/2, and then when you fold it, just make sure the ends of your cardstocks are nice and even. And if it's just a smidgen off, then when you score it with your bone folder, it will adjust itself, and that's a good thing. Okay, so we've got this. Now, I'm gonna make a layer of crushed curry to go behind this. And for this, I'm going to add pressed flowers. It's an embossing folder that's going to be available May the 6th, and it's from the Floral Impressions Suite. You might remember a couple of weeks ago, I made this card with the flowers from Impressions of Bloom, and this folder is from this suite. So it's really an amazingly fun suite to work with. So I thought rather than just put a plain piece of crushed curry cardstock onto the mossy meadow, it might be a little bit more fun to add some pressed flowers to it, even though they aren't going to show a lot, but they're going to show a little bit. So let's take a look and see what happens. See if we like it. I haven't tried this yet. I rarely make something that I haven't already tried. So this is kind of a first for me. Okay. You see how beautiful that is? Oh my goodness. It just adds a really nice little bit of interest and pop. I think you all are going to really enjoy this suite and this embossing folder. Okay, that is looking good. Okay, now when it comes to the designer paper, we want to cut this 3 3/4 by 5. And okay, 3 3/4 by 5 for the paper. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut it right there, 3 3/4. And I'm going to save this piece because I need this piece for the inside. And then I'm going to go to 5 inches. Just cut off a little bit of the sunflowers at the bottom. Kind of makes you cry to cut off any of it, doesn't it? All right, so let's see what this is going to look like. Okay, I guess we need a new one of these. I've just been getting these at Michael's. They're dots adhesives, mono dots adhesives. Okay. Here we go. It's interesting that even the back of this paper has a crushed curry color to it. Okay, so already, yeah, I don't know, it's a lot of yellow. I love the green. I'm okay with the yellow. It may not be my favorite, but anyway, I'm okay with it, I think. I don't know. All right, so now the second thing we're going to work on is the mechanism. Okay, so let's move this and let's move this. Let's get those out of the way. Okay. All right, so for the mechanism, we're going to cut a piece of not designer paper, Mossy Meadow. It's going to be 8.5 by 2.5. The first thing we're going to do is score down the middle. So we'll bring this back. We're going to score it 1 1/4. All right, here we go. Okay. Then we're going to take our pencil and we're going to mark it at 3 inches and 5.5 inches. This is 3 inches from this end and this is 3 inches from this end. Okay, so let's mark it at 3. This is not going to show, so it doesn't really matter if I'm marking it. I'm not going to have to erase it. I'm not going to, oh, I don't have to turn it around to do this. Okay, so 5.5. And again, I'm just going to mark it right here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to score an X from dot to dot. You probably are not going to be able to see this, but I can. Okay, so there's my first line, and then I'll go to the second set of dots. Do it again. Okay, now here's our mechanism. And okay, this is what it's going to end up looking like. Okay, so first of all, we're going to fold on the first line and give it a really nice fold. Then here we're going to fold it on the second line, give it a really nice fold. And then we're going to fold it down the center. Wow, I'm just moving these all over the place, aren't I? Kind of making you seasick? Okay. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. Okay, so this is going to kind of go in and that's going to kind of go in. And as we fold it, we're going to fold it and pull it together. So we'll do that again. Okay, and then we're just going to push this down, turn it over, make sure this is really nicely scored. Okay, and I have found that even the strong Stampin' Up! Adhesive, Stamp and Seal, it doesn't necessarily hold this that well. So I decided I'd go ahead and try tear and tape, and it seems to hold really well. So we'll go ahead and do both sides. And this little mechanism is what's going to hold on to the big presentation piece. And this is what makes the card so easy. When I originally was trying to figure out, again, how to make this card after so many years, I was trying to just use one piece of paper, and that was making me crazy. Ooh, I don't know if I love that crushed curry. I don't know. Okay, so now, oh, you know what I said I was going to do? I don't know if I can do it. I want to get this in the exact middle. So 4 1/4, what's half of 4 1/4? 2 1/8. 2 1/8, right there. I've never marked that before, and I thought, I wonder if it's important. I think I'll try it. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna look at both sides and see if it's lined up pretty evenly, and then just bring down the top. Okay, now we're gonna turn it over. Take the tear and tape off of here. And we'll press down and do the same thing. Okay, now are you guys still with me? This isn't too hard yet, is it? Okay, So we've just made the front, and we've made our little mechanism that's going to hold the presentation piece. Are you still with me? Okay, I hope you are. Okay, so now let's put that. Ooh, I just don't know if I like that crushed curry. Okay. Crushed curry is not my favorite color, but in certain places it might be okay. All right, so this is the presentation piece, and this is going to be scored 4 times or 3 times into 4 equal 2 3/4 inch intervals. So we're going to go 2 3/4, and then the next one's going to be 5 1/2. The next one's going to be 8. Oh, let's just turn it around this way. We'll go 2 3/4. There we go. All right, so now we'll go ahead and fold this again. Make sure that it's nice. The edges are nice and even. And then this one's going to fold back. And this one's going to fold back. All right, so that was pretty easy, right? Okay, we haven't done anything very difficult yet. Okay, so here's our presentation piece. All right, so now I'm going to see if I'm going to like this. I don't know. I'm going to try crushed curry. This piece is 11 by 2 3/4. I've already done that. 11 by 2 3/4, and I'm going to cut 4 pieces. And this is already 2 3/4, so I'm going to cut 2 1/2 inch pieces out of here. I'm going to cut 4 of those. Okay, so 1. Going 2 1/2, right? Yep. Oops, not scoring. 2 1/2. Just keep pushing it through. 2 1/2. And 2 1/2. We're going to have a little bit of extra. All right. Now we can put these into place on our presentation piece. I'm crossing my fingers. I don't know. Hey, at least I'm showing you how to make it. If I don't love the way the crushed curry looks, then I can change it later. Okay, there's number 2. Here comes number 3. The crushed curry does go pretty nicely with the mossy meadow. Is that straight? Close. Okay, one more. You know, a lot of times when I'm making these little pieces, I'm not cutting a strip like I just showed you. I did that because it's easier for the video, but a lot of times I'll just go in and see if I, ooh, this one's not straight. I'll go in and see if I have any scraps. And this is a great way to use up scraps. Hello. I don't think I was, hey, I should have laid it down like this to begin with. Oh my goodness, I don't think I got any of these straight. Well, you know what? There are days like that, right? Can't get anything straight. Okay, I think that's better. All right, so now we're that far. Now what we need to do is cut our DSP that we had left over, and we've got to be very careful, very careful. Okay, so it needs to fit in here, and so it's already the right width. So 2 1/4 inches is what it is, and since this is 3 1/4, we want this to be 2 1/2. So let's see if I can do that. 2 1/2. Okay, that's gonna fit. Right, ooh, that's gonna be nice. Okay, now, you know, I think I will, no, I'll just go. I'm thinking maybe I would take, I think I'll take these top 2 flowers. 2 1/2. Okay, and then we'll just have a little tiny bit left over. All right, let's see what this is gonna look like. I just love all the colors in these sunflowers. It's been one of my favorite designer papers that we've ever had. They're just yummy, delicious, aren't they? Okay, and then what I wanted to try, I cut some beige pieces. I don't know, white is not gonna look good on here, I don't think. So we're gonna just try try beige. Somehow white is just so stark. And these pieces are also, they're all 2.5 inches high by 2.25 inches wide. Okay, so now let's just give this a try. So on this one, we're going to use the Happy Birthday from Unbounded Love, and that is a set. I'm pretty sure it's scheduled to go away, which makes me very sad because I love, love, love not only the stamps, but I love the dies. Okay, and then I think I'm going to say, I'm going to say from my So Sincere set, Knowing You Brings Joy to My Heart. I had to re-ink this Mossy Meadow pad. Ooh, I don't have another side. Okay, I didn't quite get that in the center, but can't do it over. Okay, usually you get 2 tries, right, on each side? Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to add a mechanism inside. I mean, we want to add this to the mechanism. So, first thing we're going to do is open up our card, and we're going to apply adhesive to the right top piece, maybe about an inch, an inch worth. Let me put it up here. Hey, are we not moving here? There we go. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so now I'm going to, ooh, I don't know which side is, let's see. I've never done this and added this already. I wonder if that's going to be the right way. I guess we'll find out soon enough. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I never put these pieces on until this is already done. So I don't know what inspired me today to do it. We'll see if it pays off or not. Okay, so now I'm going to put this right in the center, and I'm going to bring it down about 1/4 inch. This can't be right because we're not going to be having that glued onto there, I don't think. Oh, this makes me so nervous. Okay, just for right this minute, I'm going to take this off. Yeah, I'll tell you what, you know, once you get used to doing something some way, just do it that way. So wait until you get your mechanism in. Okay, so now it's open like this, the M is down. This way I know that I'm doing it correctly. Okay, so it's in the center. And all I'm going to do is just fold this up like that and press. And there we go. Okay, so now that we put glue on the top right, or adhesive, so now we're going to put adhesive on the bottom left. And then we're going to go back and we're going to add our pretty pieces in, because I just don't know. I don't know which way to put them in. Okay, so now this right leg, the presentation panel is attached to the back of the right leg. So now we're going to attach it to the front of the left leg. And so I'm just putting it in there. It kind of goes where it's going to go. Ta-da! Looking good. Okay, now I feel confident. I can go back and just stick these back on. I have no idea. See, this is the easier way to do it. I would say do it the easier way. Yep. Because I have no clue. Let's see, which way is this? Which way everything was going to go. So, okay, learn that lesson from me. Whoops, right side up would be better. Okay, now, I don't know if you can see, but down inside, that's not the prettiest part of the card. And so what I want to do is I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock that's going to fit down in there. We're going to cut a V. Very, very easy to do. And I'm going to use 2 pieces of beige. And where's my, I had a little note for you. Here it is. Okay, so the insert number 1, it's 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to, what did I do with my pencil? Because it's 4 inches, we need to mark the center. That's going to be 2 inches because we're going to cut a V. And then I'm going to turn this way and I'm going to cut 2 inches. Mark 2 inches. Then I'm going to mark 2 inches here. Okay. Now you can cut both of these at one time. So I'm just going to line these pencil marks up like that and go right through both of them. There you go. Now we'll turn it, get the pencil marks on the line again. There we go. All right, so now we're ready to insert the, ooh, that's gonna look nice, I think. Okay. I'm gonna put the adhesive on the side that has the pencil marks. Okay, and we'll just add this right here. Okay, and then, okay, it's looking a little plain. I haven't made this card yet this way. This is the first time I've ever made a card for a video that I haven't completed first on my own. Okay, so I'm thinking this top part probably needs another little layer. And if I'm going to have a second layer, then I'll show you how I'm going to cut it. This is going to be, and I'm going to make the layer out of this green. And this green comes out of the very same Splendid Autumn. I'll show you what's on the back. Do you recognize that? Okay, so we're just using the back. And if you need a insert number 2, which we do apparently, it's going to be 3 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. So I need to find the middle of 3 3/4. That was actually the hardest part of this whole card. Okay, 1 7/8. So I have to cut it first to 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, then I'm going to mark it on the back so that my marks don't show. So 1 7/8, that's 2 little lines. And then we're going to go to the side, and it's going to be the same thing. We're going to mark it at 2. Oops, mark it so you can see it. This is, okay. Then we're going to go back and we're going to cut, line my pencil marks up. So, you know, there are a few steps to this card. And before we finish today, I'm going to explain to you how to mail it and how much it might cost you to mail it. Okay, so let's see what that would look like. Okay, that's actually very pretty. It gives it a little more of a finished look. So let's put this in. Yeah, this beige goes with a lot of the new cardstocks. I mean, not cardstocks, the new designer papers. It's oh so pretty. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we've got this. Let's put some something pretty in there. And I think what I'm gonna do, maybe, is add a little dragonfly. I don't know if they go up or down. I'm gonna try that one up. And I'm gonna put this one kind of to the side. And then I also want to stamp in here, hope your day is a happy one. That's from So Sincere. Knowing You Brings Joy to My Heart is also from So Sincere. Okay, good. And I think we'll add maybe a couple of little birdies in there. Be kind of fun. Hey, we need one going the other direction. Well, let's see. There we go. I don't know why I have so many of these. I think I must have used them in a calendar class. Okay, so I guess I do like the crushed curry, at least in there. I'm not sure I love it on the front. Okay, what are you doing to me here? Okay, this is not funny. What am I doing? Oh, nothing. Okay, so you're gonna have to let me know if you think, I don't know. Okay, see, this is the green, mounted with green, and this is mounted. I think I actually like the green better. Oh, you can let me know what you think. Okay, so now I took this to the post office, put it into an envelope, and I said, ooh, this is pretty thick. I said, how much is it gonna cost? And she said, oh, it'll cost about $5. And I went, okay, $5. I guess I'm gonna be hand delivering these. So I took it out and I actually showed her the card. And I said, really, $5? And I said, it's bendable. And she said, oh, it is? I said, yeah, it's bendable. She said, well, then just put it in an envelope and call it a large envelope. And you can send it for about $2. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, you're not gonna make a lot of these, right? To send to people, you're gonna make a few. And so maybe it's okay to spend $2 to send a card to a very special person. This is gonna go to a very special person, right? Yes, a very special person. Okay, so now let me show you the other cards that I've made with other designer papers. Okay, so this one is out of the very same package, Splendid Autumn. And I just love the gorgeous grape and the Highland Heather together. And again, I didn't feel like it really needed anything on the front as far as the greeting goes. And then you open it up. Just love spending time with you, and hope your day is a happy one. Are also from So Sincere. And then if you notice, I put the gorgeous, pretty, what am I trying to say, pressed flowers embossing folder up here. I thought that was really, really pretty. Okay, so there's that one. You can just take pictures as we go if you want to. And then for this one, this is Floral Delight. This is a 12 by 12 paper. And the green that I used inside is the back of it. Okay, so let's open it up. So you can just take pictures as we go. I've pretty consistently used the same greetings. So I put the green DSP here and the green DSP here. And then of course the heart sequins are so pretty. Okay, so and this is from Wanted to Say dies. And by the way, the Wanted to Say dies are going away. So if you're interested in them, I don't even know if they're still available. So we'll see. And now this one is from Floral Impressions. You may remember a couple of weeks back, I made this card that has the gorgeous texture to it from Impressions of Bloom. And so this paper is from the same DSP as that. And again, I just put Celebrate down there. This looked like it needed something. It's not quite as finished as this one or this one. And so I just put Celebrate. Again, Wanted to Say dies. And then this gorgeous paper is actually the back. Let me show you that. So here's this paper, beautiful. Here's the back. Again, gorgeous. And it is Fresh Freesia. Sending you a big hug. That one is from this set that's called Hugs for Love. And every greeting in here is usable all year long, except for Happy Valentine's. Life is better with you, sending you a big hug. You make me smile, lots of hugs and kisses. You and I make the best team. I love this. Now this is on its way out too. It may or may be gone. I didn't check all of these sets to see what's around. So I think this is just kind of fun. I started to put something up here and then I thought, I think I'm okay with just letting this be the star of the show. So you can fix it any way you like. And then the original one that I found in my stash, do you remember these butterflies that came all connected and then you could cut them apart if you wanted to? Well, that's what this one is. So, you know, where you can get really creative is right here in this presentation panel. You can just have so much fun with, you can make it all 4 sayings. You can do 1 saying here. You can do 2 sayings like you did in the other ones. See how I really decorated that and this. I mean, this one was like super fun. And obviously I've held on to it for years and I'm glad I did, or I wouldn't have thought of making this card again. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. If you don't have a demonstrator that you regularly work with and would love to get a new catalog, I would love to send you one. I'd be happy to do that. You can just email me at sandystamper@earthlink.net, no A in the Stamper, because Sandy Stamper with an A was already taken. And then I would love it if you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you've enjoyed the video. I've really enjoyed having you and I really enjoy your comments. It's just really fun connecting with you. So again, you can do the crushed curry version or you can do the green version. And I would be curious to know if you like one better than the other, or if you like them equally, I would love it. I probably tend toward the green. It might be a little more boring, I don't know, but I do kind of like the green. But just let me know which one you like. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll look forward to having you next time.